topic, human nutrition. Human nutrition. And remember that currently we are on lesson note 6. Lesson note 6. Under lesson note 6, we will be discussing metabolic rate. Metabolic rate. So remember to take notes, listen, and also ensure that you take time to do some personal reading. It is important that you pause when you need to pause so that you can make it better, summary or note for yourself. And as much as possible, ensure that if you have any question, you go to the Google Classroom comment section and make your questions known. Please, this is very important. Do not forget. Now let's move into the next discussion, which is metabolic rate. And I like to give a bit of overview, and after that we can take it on. Now, resting energy expenditure, you call it REE as the acronym. Resting energy expenditure. This is the energy required for basic physiological functions while at rest. Example include heart rate and breathing. Heart rate, breathing. It accounts for about 60 to 75% of total daily expenditure. So like you've seen, the RE, or the resting energy expenditure, is that very particular energy required for basic psychological function while you are at rest. Let us see the factors affecting metabolic rate. Factors affecting metabolic rate. In the first place, what is metabolic rate? This is the rate at which your body burns calories. The rate at which your body burns calories to sustain life and also perform various functions. It is influenced by certain factors, or perhaps let's use the word variety of factors, and some of which can be controlled, and there are others that are beyond our control. Now, the understanding of these factors is very crucial in managing our weight, the energy levels, and the overall health. So take note of the definition of metabolic rate, or you can design one from the explanation I've given. That's the rate at which our body burns calories to sustain life and perform different functions, and it is influenced by a variety of factors, some of which can be controlled, like I said, and others that are beyond our control. Now, one of the main factors that affect metabolic rate is age. The other is sex, genetics, body composition, more physical activity. All these things affect metabolic rate. In terms of age, as we age, our metabolism tends to slow down, and that is primarily due to a decrease in the muscle mass. Now, this is because muscle tissue burns more calories at rest than fat tissue does. Therefore, as we lose our muscle mass with age and our metabolic rate decreases, to combat this, it is important to incorporate strength training exercises into our routine to maintain muscle mass and keep our metabolism firing. And so you see that one of the major factors, which is age, and we've been told that as we grow older, we have a decrease in muscle mass, and in this muscle mass, as you've seen, they burn a lot of calorie at rest than the fat tissue will do. And so it's important that a lifestyle is maintained such that we have bodily exercise where our strength is trained, into our routine to maintain muscle mass and keep our metabolism firing. Another factor that influences metabolic rate is genetics. Some people are born with a faster metabolism than others, making it very easy for them to be able to burn calories, and so they can be able to maintain a healthy weight. While we cannot change our genetic makeup because it's not we that have created ourselves, we can still make healthy choices in terms of diet. We can still make healthy choices in terms of exercise so that we can optimize our metabolism. How about diet? Let me add diet to the list. This is another key factor that affects metabolic rate, very importantly. So eating a balanced diet that includes all the essential nutrients, particularly protein, can help to boost metabolism. And protein requires more energy to digest than fats or carbohydrates. So including protein-rich foods like lean meat, fish, eggs, legumes in our diet can increase the thermic effect of food and then raise our metabolic rate. And like I've told you, the increase in your metabolic rate, the faster, those calories are burnt, and then you don't have accumulation of fat in your system, and then you are better off growing fine. Now let's see physical activity. Yes, exercise increases metabolic rate. Physical activity also plays a crucial role in determining our metabolic rate. So regular exercise not only helps us, to build muscle mass and increase metabolism, but it also improves overall health and well-being. High intensity interval training, strength training, and cardiovascular exercises are all effective ways to level up our metabolism and burn more calories. The more you burn the calories, the safer you are, the wellness of your body and health improves, and also it prevents lots of diseases in the body. So it's good that we engage physical activity because it seriously affects the metabolic rate to the positive end. We also see sex. Males typically have a higher metabolic rate due to their muscle mass. The more they put the muscles into action, the more they work hard, the more they do strenuous duties, you see them really building up the muscle mass. We also see body composition. Where there is more muscle mass, metabolic rate will be increased. Now let us see how this energy are expended. In other words, what components, the energy expenditure components. Number one is the thermic effect of food, and number two is physical activity. When you are asked energy expenditure components, they include thermic effect of food and physical activity. For thermic effect of food, this energy is required to digest, is required to absorb, and to also metabolize food. In terms of physical activity, energy is used during physical movement. So when you have this energy in your system at equilibrium, you see the body expending it via thermic effect of food. So you see here that energy is required to digest the food, to absorb the food, and metabolize the food. So from the energy inside, it is expended to carry out this assignment. We also have the physical activity, like I've told you, is used. The energy that is used during physical movements. Now with this, we've come to the end of lesson 6.0. You're expected to read more and understand more. You can ask your questions, like I've told you, and answers will be given to every question. Thank you.